And hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, and once again bringing you my thoughts and review for tonight's episode of The Flash Season 5, Episode 22. That's it, people. It's the season finale. And now we gotta wait. And wait. Well, this episode was pretty good. I actually liked this episode a lot. It has its moments where it's actually really good, and then some of the other moments is like, kind of feels like a little bit too slow. But let's talk about the good stuff. So we all know that the team now at this point have to stop Cicada. But they came to pretty much like a crossroads when they found out that the dagger is pretty much the only thing that's keeping Eobard Thawne in jail, aka the Reverse Flash. So the dagger that he has is dampening his powers. So if they destroy it from the past, it pretty much destroys the one in the future, and then Thawne can escape. So what does Barry decide to do? Well, he was going to literally do the right thing and actually destroy the dagger first. Because if you destroy the dagger in the past, you know, people in the past don't have to worry about this Cicada person trying to kill them. So, you know, that way people, if they have powers, they can make the choice for themselves instead of it being taken away from them by force and being murdered in the process. So Barry decided to do that himself. So, and then of course they end up doing it anyway, destroying the dagger, and then of course the Reverse Flash escapes. But then Barry already knew that he was about to come out. So what he does, him and Nora race to the future to stop him anyway, which is kind of weird, but okay. They only stop him just from, I guess, trying to escape prison, but he escapes anyway. And then they have a pretty cool fight, and then unfortunately Nora starts to vanish from the timeline. The new timeline gets set where I guess where Cicada was never born, because they gave the cure to the little Cicada, which is Grace. They gave her the cure, and then it pretty much wasn't working. And then when they destroyed the dagger, it erased it anyway. By destroying the dagger, it was able to make the good, Grace go human again. So then we got to see Nora pretty much get ready to be vanished. They were going to take her into the negative speed force to save her, but then even Nora was like, no, don't do that. It's gonna make me turn to Thawne. And then she was gonna be like, wanted to kill him anyway. She was like inches away from killing Thawne herself because of all the lies he told her. Like I said, pretty cool moments there. But it also kind of felt slow because in the beginning it was really quick when they got rid of Cicada. And I wanted to see that character a little more. Maybe team up with Reverse Flash or something. That would have been fun to see. But we didn't get to see that. So that character is pretty much kaput. Maybe he'll come back. Maybe she'll come back. But who knows. But yeah. And then of course the ending of the episode. They finally defeat Cicada. Nora vanishes. Everybody's super sad about it, of course. And Cisco decides he wants to take the cure himself. Takes the cure for himself, and so he doesn't revive anymore. He wants to be remembered as Cisco. So what does this mean? Maybe won't come back the next season. Maybe he'll come back next season but won't revive, unless they decide to do a whole X-Men 3 moment where the cure works in the beginning, but then something happens and it rearranges the powers and the people who actually have taken it. So maybe they will deal with the Cicada again or something. But who knows? We have to wait and see what happens. But and then of course we got to see Nora leave a message to her parents saying that she loves them and how she had so much fun spending time with them. And she knew it was going to happen to her, that it's going to be okay. But we all know Nora will come back. Either they give birth to her, Iris gives birth to her in the future, but who knows? I'm surprised we didn't find out she was pregnant at the end of this episode, but go figure. Maybe we'll still get that, maybe in the beginning of the first episode of season 6, but yeah, who knows? And of course the very ending shows the timeline of in the vault changing again to Flash vanishes in Crisis, but instead of 2024, I think it was, now it's 2019. Which is very odd because we all know that Arrow, Oliver Queen, is supposed to be the one who's going to be vanishing. So how is that going to play out for the whole Crisis on Infinite Earth thing? Is Oliver going to be the one who sacrificed himself to save Barry? And it just fixes the timeline then, but who knows? We have to wait to see what happens. Obviously, if you saw last night's episode of Arrow, we do know that Oliver technically is dead, but I believe, well, he's still alive in some weird, maybe outside of time world, hanging out somewhere, but who knows? And of course, obviously, if you saw that episode, you know Felicity ends up joining them. So maybe it says Flash will disappear in Crisis, and he's freaking out about it. But when we get to that moment of that crossover, it's going to change again where it's going to say Oliver Queen or Green Arrow vanishes or something like that. Maybe it'll change that, and Oliver and Barry's going to have that burden with him for the rest of his life. So that's going to be cool, you know, moving forward, because we all know Arrow is going to be ending after season 8. So it's going to be interesting seeing that article change. I mean, I don't know if they're going to show it in, you know, Barry's show that says Green Arrow vanishes in Crisis instead of seeing Barry, because maybe when Oliver, you know, sacrifices himself, it changes, but only time will tell. But yeah, like I said, this season was pretty good. I really liked the season a lot. There were a couple of moments I don't like. And by the way, before I forget, let me do my little rant that I promised you I was gonna do for Iris, that I was saving for the whole season. What the hell happened to Iris this season? Like, seriously. And here it comes. Yeah, we were supposed to get reporter Iris being a reporter again, and I was so happy that was gonna come back. We didn't get a lick of anything. We only got like one episode with her being a journalist, and then after that, nothing. No blogs, no nothing. It was pointless. Even gave her an office, and what happened to that thing? That thing was like gone faster than Flash ever vanished. But seriously, oh my goodness, why did they keep doing this to Iris's character every single time? First of all, she's not Lois Lane, so I don't even know why they're trying to make her like Lois Lane in this show, because they can't. It's impossible. You can't have a Lois Lane copy if you're not gonna try to do it right. Second of all, this poor actress who plays Iris, she's, you know, it's not her fault that he keep making her character look stupid every single time. She was fine in this episode, I'll give her that. But seriously, throughout the whole show, first she's whining and complaining that, you know, she doesn't spend time with her daughter. Then she finds out that, you know, she pretty much was responsible for, you know, pretty much taking Nora's powers away. Then they fix it up out of nowhere when she just decides to jump off a building to save the Flash, which is like, okay, cool for you. And then there are moments where she's taking guns and pretending to be part of the team. It's like, why are you getting involved? Your character has no point in this show. I'm sorry, she doesn't. And I'm not blaming the actress's fault. This is not her fault. This is the way that these writers are writing her character, and it's pointless. First of all, you have Cisco, who's a technical mastermind genius. You have Sherlock, who's a detective in his own right. Ralph is a detective. Caitlin Snow is a bioengineer who has so many degrees in her belt. It'll make anybody else, you know, look like amateur hour. Barry's a freaking scientist as well because he's a CSI. And even Nora has that technology. What the heck does Iris have to give to the team? Absolutely nothing. Joe's a cop. Cecile's a freaking district attorney. Even she knows things. And she has powers, by the way. And yet we still have Iris pretending to be a part of the team when she's not really doing anything. Oh, man, it felt good to do that. I'm sorry, but seriously, I had a rant. I wanted to wait throughout the whole series to be over. It's over for now. So hopefully next season we can see Iris do something that's worth doing something. Because so far, season 1 and 2 of Iris was awesome. Great moments. We got to see her do things that was not part of the team. 3, 4, and 5, and 3 and 4 and 5 are pretty much wasting her character. It's literally wasting her character, and I can't stand it anymore. It's like really pissing me off. And she's supposed to be a cool character, you know, in her own right. Not exactly mentioned as much with the team. She's always in the background, especially in Flash comics, but at least she does something. She ain't Lois Lane. They need to stop trying to make her Lois Lane. They need to give this woman an identity. Seriously, it's pointless. Even that one episode, I forgot what season it was. Maybe season 4, where she got powers. That was a waste. And it's like this season was just her just being a part of the team and trying to be a mom. And it was just like, no, please don't do that. If she has Nora as a baby in the next season, fine, do that. That'd be cool. Because at least when Cecile did that, at least it made something interesting out of it. You know what I mean? But still, yeah, there you go. I wanted to rant about that. So, anyway, I'm sorry about that, but leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about The Flash, and what do you thought about this whole season in general. Personally, I liked the whole season. I thought it was pretty good. Better villain than we all thought it was, especially after what happened last year. And it was a fun episode. You know, fun episode leading up to the season finale. The season finale is now over, so now we have to wait and see what happens next season. Oh, by the way, they also showed moments where everybody was doing their own thing, so who knows what would that mean. Sherlock went back to his own, universe. Cisco was normal now, and Caitlin got to see her new suit, which we didn't get to see it, but I'm pretty sure it's going to look cool. Daniela Panabaker is a good actress, so whatever she puts together, or whatever the people put together for her character, should be fine, so that should be cool. But now we're going to have to wait till next season. So leave me a comment below, let me know what you guys thought about it. Thank you very much, and have a good night.